And we're opening. Good. That's what we like to see. Oh, what? It can't be. Had those children broken through the seal? Nah, Leif, you heathen. You're an impudent brat staying in the way of the vine. I'll send you to oblivion to meet your parents, but not before you spend a century or two decorating my altar as a petrified statue. Yeah, he won't act immediately. Same with the other dudes. So what are we doing with? Our last obstacle in Thracia 776. So you got these guys. They have Sork and Restore, and also Held too. This guy has Jormungand Science Restore, and then this guy has the same thing. And these guys here, they're not standing on the magic tiles. They have Hill, Fenrir, and Jormungand. So yeah, all of them are definitely working out or stancing. So yeah, and luckily, yeah, all our magic units are standing there. But of course, we have Veld, and Veld is kind of scary, I say. Now, one thing for certain is that, yeah, he has the throw on his side, which is actually really annoying. And of course, the main thing about him is Petrify. 1 might, 100 hit, 0 crit, 3 to 10 range, 20 weight, A rank Dark Tome, long range Dark Magic, Petrifies on hit, turns the Defender is stolen. He has a BC of 1. Jormungand will give him 8 AS. He has a decent amount going on. 5 Authority Stars, 2 Vigor Stars, which is quite scary. 6 movement, although that doesn't matter, and he has Adept, so he has 8% chance to trigger this, and he is the first and only unit that has Renewal, allowing it to recover 5 to 10% each heal, 5 to 10% of maximum HP every turn. So that's cool. But unfortunately for him, though, we have a lot of units that are hungry and want to take on these guys, so yeah. So yeah, we'll start with Sud. To be honest, he might actually see himself going down this turn, funny enough. It'll depend on how we tear apart these enemies, but anyway, nice crit. Tear them apart or status them, obviously, so yeah. Of course, Petrify, yeah, that's actually quite scary because you try to approach him and then, yeah, well, he does that. But luckily, though, I have a counterplay. Okay, he's not staying on the magic terrain, so you can just yoink it from him. You can also yoink his Jormungand, and then, yeah, he's extreme catch. Yeah, that's the thing. People think that Veld is the most pathetic final boss in the series, and to be honest, yeah, because he has 11 cons, so a lot of units can catch him. You can steal this as well. In fact, Livus could just do it himself, so yeah. Then, yeah, either he's a punching bag or a free catcher, and yeah, you can capture the final boss if you want to. I've done it in my first playthrough because I'm on the flex, but I think this time I'm going to kill him. Who am I going to kill him with? Let's find out. Let's use Ocean. Who's going to use the Master Axe once again? I'm going to use on this guy. And yeah, make sure that whoever fights Veld has a scroll too. That obviously helps out a lot, so yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm going to do this, so yeah. And mainly he likes to go for those units that can't counter, so yeah. Leif is actually someone he might go for. But yeah, we can go for the Kingmaker and take this guy down. Very nice. Crit, so yeah, there you go. And now, yeah, what I want to do is I want to warp a unit over here. So yeah, who should that be? You know, yeah. I guess it could be Fergus, actually. Yeah, I do a warp, that's good. This is why you get these warp stars, obviously, so yeah. There you go, very nice. Now, yeah, Fergus takes on this guy. I think now we're going to be starting to do our winning play. Anyway, unfortunately not enough to one-shot the Beyblade despite strongness, but that's okay. And then, of course, the nice crit. There you go. It's a very cool looking sword. Didn't get to use it that much, but it's okay. But yeah, like I said, I think it might be time for the winning play. The play of the game, if you will. We're gonna warp Ronan. Yeah, Ronan is gonna be the one to end this. Because, why not, right? I did Evil in my practice, and I think, yeah, Ronan, he's become a favorite unit of mine now that I trained him at Arena Views, so yeah. So I'm gonna send this playthrough off in a very cool way. So anyway. And then I can actually get this guy if I want, but I think what's more important is that I get the dance just in case. So I think we can actually rescue from here. Sarah. Oh, Sarah Lara. I keep mixing them up for some reason. Yep, she can dance for Ronan in that exact same place, so that's awesome. And funny enough, we can also maybe kill this guy. He has a hill, which is quite annoying, so but only one hit, so We'll see. And once you open the door to build, the reinforcements stop. So So it's in your best interest to take on all the deadlords in 5 turns. So then you don't see a single reinforcement, which is very cool. Anyway, 1 HP, that's a bit frustrating, but oh well. So now though, let's go for that nice brave bow. Doesn't do that much, but we are banking on a cost and a lot of critical hits. Also, he takes no damage because of his gigantic magic stat and the magic tile, because look, 30 magic right there. If you use the pure way, he takes no damage. And in fact, Orwen with a plus 10 Blessed Sword takes no damage either. So another reason he's back. Again, I get that Stone Petrify is supposed to be his signature weapon, but he really should have gone something a bit more grand than John God. You dare to cross me? Don't you know the power I wield? Let me show you just what a grave mistake you've made. Gave him a chance to attack. But no damage taken. And that's it. God, this is my own folly, but this isn't the end. Even if you kill me, Lotus is eternal, and the rebirth of his empire is nigh. I may die here, but you'll struggle and flounder for the rest of your days. Yeah, he's kind of a fag, not gonna lie. And now we can end this, but I want to flex, so we're gonna be killing the last enemy with good old Leif. Well, what weapon should we use? Because we obviously could use the good old light brand here. Oh, we're just gonna end it, because Caesar's the first option. Never mind, we're not gonna flex. We're just gonna leave the 1 HP through the life. But that's it. That's all we need to do anyway, so... But I saw that, because I killed Build in a single turn, it would have actually been smart to keep the Petrify on him, because then he would have been easy to kill, he wouldn't be able to counter, all that good stuff, so But that's it. We did it. This final chapter, despite what the rest of the game is like, this definitely feels more like a victory lap. So that's really cool. We did it. This is a pretty long ending, so probably this is going to be another 2-parter, I can predict. I might also show some cool things because of that, so We won. Is it really over? It is. Breathe easy, my prince. Your long fight has at last come to an end. With your victory today, the Nocturian's influence in North Thracia has been eradicated. At long last, the Thracian people have been liberated from the tyranny of Loptus and his false servants. This is all because of your perseverance and strength, my prince. You never gave up. No, Augustus, the people have you to thank as well. Without your guidance, I never would have made it this far. I started this journey knowing nothing, and you taught me how to be a ruler. I thank you, Augustus, as a monarch and as your student. I was truly fortunate to have met you. I'm not sure what to say. I need to tell you something, my prince. I would be a poor teacher if I continued to keep secrets from you now. It's not by chance that our lives intersected. In fact, I only became your tactician because I was ordered to do so by my benefactor. Truth be told, at the outset, I thought liberating North Thracia was an impossible task. As I spent more time by her side, as I saw her focused, you were free of Motherland, how earnestly you wanted it. Before I knew it, I had genuinely begun to believe in you. I hope you can forgive me for all the times I doubted you. I'll not lie, Augustus, the times when you voiced skepticism of my abilities did always weigh heavily on my heart. He also taught me how to expand my perspective to realize the depth of everyone's suffering and sorrow. My upbringing, strained and sheltered as it was, left me lacking the tools to understand the lives of my subjects. And I think I still have even more to learn. I need you, Augustus. I'd be honored if you stayed by my side and continued to teach me. As you wish it, my prince, so shall it be. So shall it be. Lord Leif, a message just arrived from Lord Sir. Connor has been seized by his army. Huh? Connor has already fallen? What of Lord Celeb? He's alive and well, my lord, fear not. The message said that he rides on Munster as we speak to help us capture the city. I imagine word has not yet reached him of our victory. He should be in for a most welcome surprise when he arrives. I can hardly believe it. Lord Sir to conquer such a middle fortress as Castle Court in a single day. My regret is I couldn't kill King Bloom with my own hands. I sympathize, my lord, but as regrets go, you could have ended today with far worse. Remember, Lord Thracia is now free again. In the streets of Munster, everyone, young and old, celebrates the victory of the Liberation Army. The people cheer your name. They shout that Thracia has been liberated by the son of the late hero Quan. Ben, we've been through so many long and painful days, haven't we? But however hard I had it, you've had it so much worse. You possess more patience and trust than anyone ever known. You've been there for me for my whole life. When I felt overwhelmed, I knew I could always rely on you, Finn. You sacrificed everything to raise me. It's like I spent my whole childhood sitting on your lap. How can I ever repay you? Lord Leif. Of the four kingdoms of North Thracia, Leonster, Ulster, Connaught, and Munster, none save Leonster have a surviving male heir. Hence, the people want to be united under your rule. No others remain who could take the throne. Lord Leif, please fulfill our hopes. Be the answer to our prayers. The tragedy of Thracia is that these small kingdoms have been doomed to repeat their petty civil wars, time and time again. Unify Thracia and build a single, prosperous kingdom, as the land once was in the days of Dane and Morin. Doing so is the dream of your late father, Lord Corn. If you truly wish to repay me, my lord, it is what I would ask of you as well. I have moved the heavens themselves for you, Finn. Of course I'd do as you ask. I've come this far. I wouldn't start running now. I have a duty to protect Lord Thracia. Even if I think all of Thracia will depend on the will of King Trevon, but I'll do everything in my power to make it happen. I know that's not a deal, but would that be enough to repay you, Finn? It's all I could have dreamed of, Lord Leif. Guess that's the end of this whole mess. Hard to believe this all started with Rachel, that little Nana Marita, huh? Lord, it breaks my heart to do this, but me and some of the others have got to head back to Fianna. What? You're not coming with me, Abel? Why would you do that? You may have kicked the Lotarians out, but there's still lots of pirates around. I can't just leave Fianna and Iz to fend for themselves. Besides, how useful to think you'd be? You've got a whole army of knights and mages and priests now. You don't need us. But Abel, little lord, I'll be looking forward to the day when you beat the Empire for good and come back to Leonster. When that day comes, not if, but when, I'll bring everybody to Leonster to celebrate. I'd like that. Alright, Abel, it's a deal. I promise I'll come back, and you promise to have everyone ready to celebrate. But you might be waiting for a while, so please be patient with me. I don't think we'll be waiting for long, actually. I believe in you, little Leif. Go show the Empire what it's like to have you for an enemy. Lord Leif. Lenoan, imagine this must be very bittersweet for you. Lord Thracia's returned to our rightful hands, but Tara remains in Thracia's clutches. You know I'll stop at nothing to recapture the sea, so won't you trial me for a while longer? Of course I will, Lord Leif. Duchess Sloane, though it pains you to say it, I cannot go with you. How can it be, Dean? Why can't you? Thracia's my motherland. North and South shall soon face each other in battle. I cannot fight against my home. You should stay with the Prince Lenoan to protect you from now on. Dean, how can you say such a thing? I couldn't bear to go on without you. Lenoan? I'll ban my plans to retake Tara if it means you would stay, Dean, so please remain on my side. Don't say something so stupid, Lenoan. This isn't like you at all. Ah, damn it. Now I think about it, I'd be hurting for Prince Sleep on my sworn lord if I left with things the way they are now. I had to avoid that no matter what it takes. This is kind of funny. Now look here, little lady. You just gotta say it right now. But if you don't say it now, you'll only regret it. Or are you comfortable staying the cute little sister forever? Ooh. But Marita, You're just going in circles. I'm getting impatient. Hey, Leif. What's it, Marina? Ah, what's got you looking so grim? Go on, Nana, you can do it. Lord Leif. Oh, Nana, there hasn't been a chance for just the two of us to talk. I want to thank you. You've been just as big a help as anyone. I wanted to make sure you knew how grateful I am. You give me too much credit. I hardly did anything at all. I think not. You were raised like siblings, so you've always been there for me, Nana. You were always there to support me, to comfort me when I needed it. I wouldn't have fought half as hard if I didn't have you to keep my spirits up. When this is all over, I'll go looking for Laxus, and when I find her, I'll tell her. I fall in love with your daughter, Nana. I humbly ask for your blessing to wed her. Oh, Lord Leif. I know you have a long way to go before our battle is over, but I hope you'll stay by my side, Nana. Of course I will. I'm honored, Lord Leif. Prince Leif, Lord Sub is here to see you. It seems my reinforcements are unnecessary. I'm relieved to see you safe, Prince Leif. Lord Sub, we're only here because you intervened at Leonster. The crown for this victory is yours. No, North Thracia is liberated by you, Prince, with your own strength. I merely played a momentary role, nothing more. All of North Thracia is agreed on uniting under your rule, it seems. If a country that vast and worthy were to join the fight against the Empire, my liberation army would have cause for celebration. Prince Leif, will you continue to fight alongside me? There's still much left to be done, but if we were to join forces, I knew we could overcome any challenge in our way. If you would accept it, I'll offer you a vow of eternal friendship, to live and die as one, just as our fathers vowed before us. I'm honored to accept your oath. After all we've been through, I think of you less as a cousin and more as an older brother. Nothing could make me happier than the idea of pulling our strength to create a brighter future for everyone. Then let us swear it on this sword. We have been born apart, but we shall die as one. As your friend, as your sworn brother, we shall join hands to deliver Chukchor from this evil. This I vow to you. I vow just the same to you, an undying oath, and may the stars themselves perish before it is broken. Thus, Leif's battle which started in the remote village of Fianna and ended with the liberation of North Thracia came to a close. Yet, although Leif's battle has ended, the war for Chukchor has just begun. In South Thracia, Travant's kingdom has already amassed great power. In the Granville Empire, Crown Prince Julius, the sign of darkness and incarnate of Lotus, is still alive and well. Now, in the year 777 of the Granville calendar, the world stands on the brink of a new era. And on that cliffhanger, we are done with Thracia 776, so here are my turn cards. And you also get ranked as well, although I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a very low rank. So yeah. So this is going to be quite the long credits, because yeah, the character endings are actually pretty decently meaty in this one, so yeah. So again, yeah, this is probably going to be a little while, but that's okay. But anyway, I'll mention one interesting thing about that ending section. If you went to the B route and got Miranda, she would actually have a conversation too about wanting to marry Leif, because it would be good for Ulster. But of course, Nana ain't gonna let that happen, obviously, so yeah. I probably should have shown that, but that's okay. But hey, let's give you a good reason to go to the B route then. But that's okay. Because you don't really get anyone else from Ulster, so yeah, that obviously helps out quite a bit. Having someone very important there, so yeah. But anyway, now we talk about this game a little bit, or probably for a while actually, to be honest. Matter Man. So yeah, I always ranked Thracia as a very high game in the series. I always thought that the gameplay was interesting and the story was really good, but yeah, I do feel like this playthrough, now that yeah, I did have my amazing genealogy playthrough under my belt. One of my favorite playthroughs on the channel, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, now that I have that under my belt, I do feel like that, yeah, this game, I feel like my opinion of it has been elevated a little bit, so yeah. Because again, I've come to appreciate the story even more, to be honest. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to connect to genealogy in my mind. Genealogy, like I said, is basically just a retelling of this, or its own like retelling of the events of Drift Trolls, so yeah. But here's my rank. took 910 turns, 47 surviving units, and yep, I got E-Rex, so yeah. I'm pretty sure I need to lower that turn count quite a bit if I want to get a bit of rank, so yeah. Now onto the card things. Like I said, these are decently meaty. Actually, they're credits first and then card things. You get this nice picture of Leif's family. And you also get to see, of course, Shizukaga. Definitely need to talk about him a bit. So, yeah. There's some interesting things about this credits because I'm pretty sure that Sachiko Wado is in this credits, which is very interesting. It goes to show that, yeah, they've been around farming for a very, very long time. So, yeah. They still make art for, like, heroes and stuff, so that's really cool. I believe, yeah, I think it's character graphic. Yeah, there you go. That's really cool. So anyway, yeah, now let's talk a little bit more. So yeah, like I was talking about before, yeah, I always appreciate this game, but yeah, again, it is, admittedly, this is definitely a game where I need to be in the right mood to play it. Like, yeah, again, with all the kind of strange mechanics and stuff, I definitely need to feel like I need to, you know, bed myself in, I guess. I don't know what the right term is, but yeah. Again, this is definitely a game that, yeah, at first it seems a bit daunting, but then you play it more and more, you practice it more and more, then it becomes a bit more natural to you. So, yeah. And then, yeah, like I said, yeah, it becomes quite fun to play as a result, because again, the mechanics are really fun. But yeah, going back to some other stuff too. Yeah, again, my first playthrough, again, it was like a lot of my first playthroughs of these farm games. There are a lot of arena views, played the game like normal, basically. Once again, I haven't actually been in the game on not Paragon mode because again, I want to use this playthrough to, yeah, see if I could beat the game without Arena Beast, and yeah, I was able to do it, so yeah. And again, Paragon mode, I'll talk about that in a bit too, but I kind of view it like I said before. Similar to Radiant Dawn's easy mode, it means you just gotta train up more units, and the game becomes a lot more fun because of it, so yeah. I mean, that's basically what I'm just gonna say. So yeah. There are definitely some interesting character endings. Evils is definitely one to look out for, so yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll give it a read too, potentially too. And at least it definitely shows that, yeah, it's actually talking about Arthur geology, which is quite interesting. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to talk about here. So yeah, yeah, talk about this game too. But again, yeah, I do think that, again, yeah, I definitely appreciate this game before, but then, yeah, playing it more and more, I feel like my opinion of it has improved. I don't think it would go at the tiers just because the games that are above it are just, you know, games I absolutely adore. And yeah, I don't know if I like this game more than Geology. It's hard to say because I feel like the gameplay is better here. And that's maybe because, I think the main reason why is because, yeah, this game was very important for the future of the series. When I think about it, because yeah, a lot of mechanics in this game, like rescuing, rescuing is a big one. The con stat, a more balanced weapon triangle. All of these would be, all of these would definitely go on to influence the GBA foreign games. I do think that yeah, there's definitely a decent amount of influence you could see in something like FE6. From FE5. I think one interesting thing is actually the plot itself. Because, yeah, Roy talking to Merlis, that's actually very similar to Leif talking to Augustus, although Augustus is a way more interesting character, so yeah. So there's that. Second, yeah, definitely, yeah, this game definitely had its impact despite, you know, how poorly it sold. Again, released on the console that was almost 2 generations behind. It also first released on a different cartridge-based system too, until it actually got, you know, the standard cartridge release. So yeah, again, all those just meant that yeah, this game was just really hard to get your hands on back in Japan in 1999. So yeah, and of course Japanese only because yeah, at this point yeah, we didn't have an advanced source yet, so Nintendo and Nintendo System didn't know that strategy games or strategy RPGs could work. But then, yeah, monsters happened and then they started to gamble on Fire Emblem and it worked out very well. So, yeah. So anyway, So that's talk about this game too. Of course, no, I did talk about, some of the sad mechanics. Of course, there's some mechanics in this game we'll see. Before we do that, I want to read this. Return to Fiona for a time, able to temporarily lead a quiet, peaceful life. Eventually, her geas, the compact she had made with the dragons, expired. And with its end, her memory returned 7 years after the end of the Holy War. A belated reunion with her children became the subject of a timeless song, known to any bard who could play a lute. So yeah, as it showed there, yeah, it's similar to Lewin. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, some people realized that Lewin also made a pact with the dragons as well. And yeah, as it showed there, yeah, Bridget, or Abel as she's now known as, she also had the pact too. And then, yeah, it meant that, yeah, it probably allowed her to survive the Battle of Valhalla, but of course at the cost of her memories. So, yeah. Of course, unlike Lewin, though, it does seem that she might have actually survived, just maybe gravely injured, though. It's interesting to think about. Again, the thing about the Battle of Valhalla is that it's very ambiguous what happened to a lot of the Gen 1 units. Like, we know that Sigurd's dead, obviously. He's a ghost. Dieter also died later on. We know that Lewin probably died as well. It's theorized, at least. But yeah, for most of the other units, though, they could definitely be around or bite the dust. It's up to your own personal interpretation, so yeah. So there's that. Hey, back to talk about this game. Of course, this game has some really interesting mechanics. Of course, the two main ones are the scrolls and the catching. The catching is really interesting, obviously. There's a reason why, some other people are very fascinated with this too. Again, it's a very interesting way of, getting more weaponry in a game where, yeah, you're not actually given that much weaponry, so yeah. Like I said before, items don't drop from enemies, the only way to gain items is from houses, and your money. You don't get any money, you have to sell items to get money, so yeah. And again, catching is a really interesting mechanic too. Also, gives very good reason to, one, use up your expensive weaponry. It makes capturing a lot easier. And because you're capturing, and if you do capture a lot or steal a lot, it means that you get your hands on a lot of cool weaponry, and then there's more reason to use them up. It also gives brave weapons some really cool niches early on too. There's a reason why they give you a brave lance and a brave axe so early. Same with the brave sword actually. Those really help with the capturing, so yeah. Of course, the Brave Axe is a little bit weird in the sense that it's a D rank axe, and it's not locked to Halvin for some reason. Even though Usyk gets his own unique axe, it's kind of weird, but yeah. Because it means that Dagda takes, and then he goes on a rampage in the other game with the capturing, so yeah. And of course, scrolls. They're basically like the star shards from FE3, Machine Emblem. But the cool thing is that, you do get them for the whole game, and they always protect you from crits too, which is obviously very nice. It makes strategy just a lot more efficient too, as well, so yeah. And of course, the basic river they're really fun to play around with, especially because it's the whole game. The star shards, once you get past Harden, then you don't really get those anymore, so yeah. Although, unless Master gets the boost, which he very well could, but yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, back to, talking more about this game, another thing about this game is that it was kind of hard to appreciate this game. It took a while for this to get fan translation, mainly because, people didn't really, look at this game that much. Fire Emblem just wasn't that popular for a long time. Of course, once, more games came out in the West, people did start to look at this game, but unfortunately, there wasn't really any, good fan translations for a very long time. But luckily there was, and I will say that this one is actually pretty good. Again, the dialogue, I feel like it's well translated. I also feel like, Rodan. We'll talk about him a little bit, but anyway. his ending's pretty simple, to be honest, but anyway. But anyway, let's go back to this. So, again, I really like this translation. Little Monster is what's known as. Again, I do like the quality of life. To be honest, that made the game really fun to play, to be honest. like again, yeah, moving around units and battle prets, you could do that kind of before. It was very annoying to do though. I think I did do that. It just made things a lot more similar straightforward. But hey, even with that, if you do go to 21x and get the warp stars, then yeah, you don't have to worry about that too much in the late game match. You can just warp wherever you need to anywhere. So yeah. So there's that. Second, nice that we won Stranger Guy. Then again, I'm pretty sure that yeah, we didn't really get the ability to move around units and battle prets until every 6, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. So there is that at least. But anyway, yeah, again, it is a good thing that this game did get the translation patches it deserved because yeah. Again, very fascinating game this one. Again, gameplay wise gameplay is solid, and yeah, I do think that it would go on to, inspire the GBA Brown games due to some similar mechanics coming back, and yeah, it does play like them too, to an extent as well. So there's that. Outside, of course, Thracia's own weird mechanics and stuff, so yeah. And yeah, I do think that, yeah, MV6 and 7, yeah, they're very solid games in that, right? And MV8 obviously built upon those, but also want to take consideration for guidance, so yeah, there was that as well. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, back to talk about some other things here. So yeah, I do also like the units in this game as well. A lot of them get personal weapons, and with the scrolls, you can basically, build them up. You can very easily build them up, especially with Paragon. And like I said before, having it around's nice. It means that, yeah, you're further incentivized to try and train up more units. Other than, of course, fatigue, which I haven't talked about, but yeah. Fatigue is pretty well done in this game, I feel like. Again, it can be annoying sometimes if you are playing blind. Again, this game is definitely not, kind to blind players, I feel like. Again, Nintendo hard, all that good stuff, and again, a lot of what I said, a lot of my plans, yeah, they were definitely planned out. Knowing what's going to happen on the map and stuff like that, because again, it can be very hard to know what to do on some of these maps if you don't know what to expect, so yeah. So that's why I do recommend having like Farm WD on the background just in case, so yeah. Because again, it's got it all. Ambush Swans, which to be honest, don't really annoy me that much in this game because you can plot them, and yeah, the position is quite far away from you. Kind of like FE6's Ambush Swans, to be honest, so yeah, I don't really mind them too much. It's mainly something like Awakening Three Houses where it irks me a lot because it feels like the game was designed with those in mind. So yeah. Like Awakening, they like to spawn close to, and because enemies are stronger than Awakening, there's a very real chance to just come in and wipe out one of the units. And Three Houses is similar in that regard as well, although that's only in Madden mode obviously. Awakening, it's hard and involved for its difficulties, but yeah. So there's that. And you get Seta in there, which is really cool. Because yeah, we got him. I didn't get him in the practice because I went with size instead. But anyway, so I'm about to trying to talk about stuff here. So yeah, so yeah. Again, that was definitely a big surprise for me in this game. Again, the reinforcements didn't feel too bad. I guess another thing about it too is that yeah. Again, you know where they're coming from if you have the guide up, and they're not too strong because again, every quad in this game is surprisingly low for what's considered a very hard farm game. But again, I like how this game challenges you because nowadays the challenge comes from the strength of the enemies. I feel like, Fate's Lunatic mode, that's very much like that. Decision Conquest, Three Houses enemies are really pumped up on mapping mode. Engage is similar in that regard as well, although more refined. This game, yeah, its difficulty comes from the maps themselves, but the game does give you the tools to combat them. Many stars. Yeah, stars are definitely the best they've ever been. And the very reason why is just, the accessibility. Again, ARAC and stars isn't too bad to get on a lot of units, especially with stars, giving you extra weapon speed too. So yeah, someone like, Salem, he just needs to use like a couple of physics and maybe some heal stars on the way, and then boom, he's at B rank, promote again, boom, A rank. There you go. So yeah. So again, yeah, A rank stars again, and you also just get some units who, can get A rank stars on their own as well. So there's also that. And then the fact that they're infinite range and also the stasis last forever, which is normally a big problem for you, but yeah, it's normally a big problem for you, but but of course, he can obviously use it to your advantage and basically annihilate or wipe out the threat of a magic unit with silence, or put something to sleep to either make them an easy capture, same with silence in that regard, I guess, or weaken them so that you can kill them more easily too. So yeah, again, as well, you do, and yeah, Warp and Rescue once again. I did mention to my brother that Warp is probably the most powerful weapon of Frank, but he didn't count it because it's a star. Because we're talking about actual weapons, like killing edges and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, yeah. Hell yeah, PC is also a weird thing. Again, I think the thing about PC is that again, it favors some units, which is cool, I guess. A lot of the good units get it though, so that's fine. And yeah, it also gives more value to high crit weapons too. Like I do think that killer weapons, thanks to them being C rank in this game, they're much easier to use. So yeah. So there's also that. Anyway, back to try to go back to what I was talking about for. So yeah. So you got stars. Also, yeah, I don't. Again, I touched on this a little bit before, but yeah, again, I really love the perf weapons of this game too. A lot of units get them. There's also a lot of special weapons in this game too, and yeah, they help make the units stand out too. It's another reason why I really like Tearing Saga too. Tearing Saga also had its fair share of personal weapons too, especially on the magic units. I'm pretty sure that every magic unit got a personal turn to call their own, which is really cool. So yeah. And also, yeah, it did give each unit, their own identity and stuff, which is really cool, so yeah. So anyway, so there's that. What else to say about the gameplay again? I do like the objectives in this game too. Of course, Escape did bite me one time when I was trying to play Chapter 19, but yeah, that was just a lapse of concentration after, recording for a long time. That's all my fault right there for not being, wary of that. But it is what it is. Because Escape, again, it fits with this game's theming and stuff. I do prefer how it's used in other games where, you don't have to escape with the Lord Last, although I do like what they did with Tellius, where you get extra bonus experience for other units escaping. That's really cool. But anyway, so yeah. And of course, you can't go wrong with seas. There's no routing or anything like that, and also the defend maps, they're pretty good in this game too, so yeah. Again, route didn't really become a thing until FE7, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. Because you can't really go wrong with the good old seas, so yeah. Because I do think that seas is probably one of the best objectives you can have in a foreign game. I don't know, it's just because or just defeat bosses or. Defeat bosses isn't bad, it's just that the game has very easy ways to cheese your way to the end of the map. Or really cheese, or just high mobility options like, I don't know. And maybe, Sigurdring, I guess, for example, Engage or Walt Stars. Then yeah, maybe, but Engage does definitely do a good job of that because some maps have multiple bosses to kill, so yeah. Well, you can't just, walk, kill the boss, done. On some late game maps as well, so there's also that, I guess. And also that extra health bars too. Which, to be honest, this game kind of needed on some of its bosses, not gonna lie. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Some of the bosses are pretty difficult, but then you get Raytrick and Mild, who are kind of a joke, to be honest, for how late they are. Some Gustav is actually quite dangerous. He definitely feels like a big obstacle to overcome in that point of the plot, so he's pretty well positioned. But again, Raytrick's kind of a joke. Mild is definitely a joke of a final boss. Again, I wouldn't blame you if you think he's the worst final boss in the series. Yes, again, there's nothing special about him other than Petrify, which you can just take off him, so yeah. And all that, he's pretty easy to kill. He's just, a dude with some cap stats in HP and magic and stuff, and speed, I guess. And then all that, you just tear him down with your strong attackers, and then there you go, so yeah. Yeah, quite the pathetic final boss to be honest, but hey. It does feel that last lap is like a victory lap of sorts, especially if been holding up all those really powerful stars like I did, so yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah, I think I have exhausted like most of the gameplay stuff, so how about we talk about the story a little bit? Of course, a lot of people are going to say that, yeah, the characters in this game aren't too interesting except for some of the important ones. And yeah, to be fair, I can definitely see the point. I feel like in the older foreign games, it's all about, what the unit does that expresses themselves, which I'm fine with, to be honest, because, yeah, I get a lot of enjoyment out of that when it comes to these units, so yeah. So there's that. Like, yeah, again, no supports here, just some random conversations here and there. Like, Lucy and Tanya having their conversations, Finn having conversations with Sylphina and Lena and stuff. I'm gonna call it Voy, it's got stuff like that, but it's fine. Again, like I was saying before, because there's no supports in this game other than, the simple battle related ones, no combos is basically what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, like I said, these characters, yeah, they definitely express themselves from how they're used, how you use them, and how they grow, basically. That's definitely what it feels like. And yeah, of course, personal weapons definitely help with that too. And again, a lot of units get those in this game, so yeah. So there's that, and again, no problem with that. But again, the characters that do get a chance to talk though, I really like them a lot. Of course, like I said before, I think Leif is my favorite lord, because again, all he goes through is what he has to go through in this game is quite something, alright? I did talk about this a lot in chapter 19, so yeah, I'm probably not going to repeat myself too much, but yeah. And yeah, you definitely feel him developing from the lowly kid that he was at the beginning to becoming someone that honors the legacy of his parents. And, someone who's gonna go on to unite both North and South Thracia. Which again, if you played Genealogy before that, you know that's gonna happen. So this game kind of, tells its story, tells its own story about how Leif gets to that point, which is really interesting. So yeah. And of course, there's some other great characters too at the beginning as well. Abel, of course, I think that impact she has at the beginning really wants to make you save her in that Gaia that's why evil it is, so yeah. So there's that. So, and again, yeah, like I said, just again, I actually quite like this cost too, to be honest. Again, it's definitely not my favorite cost of our game, but yeah, what it does do though is very interesting though. I will say, I do think that yeah, FE4 probably has the strong cost just because again, you have all those conversations stuff. It feels like the units you get are more of a tight knit group, which I'm fine with, to be honest. So yeah, no problem with that. But again, though, this game, for what it does do, though, is pretty cool. Also, the Fred's ending is kind of fun, not gonna lie, so yeah. Anyway, back to try and kill. So yeah, again, the story integration too with the maps and the gameplay as well is also really cool to see as well. Again, it definitely feels like, Neutral gone downhill with all, the fact that, yeah, we need to, scrounge up our own weapons and stuff like that. And of course, yeah, the threat of the enemies really, fit as well. Like, a lot of the bandit maps are really, breathers, to be honest. Except for Dagda's map in the manor. Also, Truth, the man called Death itself. That's a really, metal name for a very, honest unit, to be honest, but anyway. That's also another funny one right there, but anyway. Like, yeah, a lot of the bandit maps, they feel like, breathers. But then, yeah, you obviously got the battles against the Empire that really test you and stuff like that. And again, yeah, the difficulty in this game, too, is actually well balanced, to be honest. Again, despite the fact that, again, this game is quite hard for the blind player. Once you do know what you're doing, it actually becomes fairly well balanced. Of course, a bit of that is helped with Paragon mode, but even with, really strong hits, if not played well, or you hold back on your styles, you're gonna have trouble. So again, the game really inspires you to use the tools you have and use those strong hits you have and stuff as well. So yeah. So again, I really like that as well. But anyway, back to talking about the plot. Yeah, that's mainly what I have to say about it. Again, it is probably one of my favorite plots in a Fire Emblem game. I'm not so sure what game actually has my favorite plot. Could probably this one, because again, Leif is my favorite lord, so that obviously gives a lot of brownie points. I think geology might. I'm not so sure about that. Again, I do think that again, the True Group games do a good job. And of course, I shouldn't forget about Path of Radiance either. Radiant Dawn definitely was a bit overambitious. That's why I didn't mention Path of Radiance there. But Path of Radiance basically has a perfect plot. Simple to understand, no real problems with it at all. All that good stuff. So yeah, and again, can't wait to maybe talk about Tellius at another point. So yeah. But anyway, definitely need to practice it though. That's the issue. It's been a long time since I last played Path of Radiance, especially. Radiant Dawn, I did get to see my brother play randomizers. That definitely helped out a little bit. So yeah. Anyway. So back to talking here. So yeah, that's maybe what I gotta say about the story and stuff. So how about we talk about the project itself? Again, it's a bit sad that again I had some of my commenters had some one of my commenters had problems actually commenting, and another was very busy. So again, the views don't look very good. The engagement stuff as well, but I don't mind too much. Again, it is definitely a bitter pill to swallow, a little bit. That'd be a little bit concerning too, because it makes me feel like, I didn't do a good enough job. To be honest though, I think that is definitely a good amount to be proud of in this playthrough. Again, I played this, being the game for the first time without arena views, that's obviously a big achievement. I mean, you could say the grinding was similar to that, but yeah, don't worry about it. But anyway, back to what I'm trying to talk about here. So again, that's a good personal achievement in my book. Definitely made me appreciate the gameplay of this game a bit more as well. So there's also that. And of course, I'm very happy with how the units decided to use turn out as well. Used quite a lot of them thanks to Paragon as well. And also being able to employ some strategies that I thought were really fun too. Like, I wasn't expecting, I was expecting Raph Nana to pop off as hard as it did, but she did a really good job, and I'm very happy with that. And considering how many sword uses I had left, and the fact that I could have prepared it as well, then I could could have gone even more hard with her, but But again, she was very fun. Again, most of the other units I kind of knew how they turn out. Asbel was also like another interesting one too. Like, I knew more about the strategies that made them like really good or really useful, and really took advantage of that too. I don't think you normally promote that early in my first playthrough, I think, or maybe some other playthroughs too. So so there's that. But definitely one of the strongest mages out there. That's what I'm sure with that graphic element stuff. So very fun unit that one. Definitely a lot to be proud of with him. So no, it is what it is. So back to about the project itself. Again. Also, it was fun to play. Of course, there were definitely a lot of setbacks too, like needed to redo chapter 18 and 19. Other than that though, it was pretty smooth sailing for me. Pretty fun to play as well, despite some of the limits on some of these maps. Again, I'm not the best when it comes to cutting, I guess, so again, part of me kinda wish that I sped up more of chapter 19. But other than that, I think the episodes itself were fairly well paced. So so that's that, I guess. Beyond that, though, I'm pretty happy with how this one went. Again, I don't know if I bring out my best in this playthrough. Again, it's a little hard to tell, but I do think I did at least a good job in my own right. So that's important. Anyway, again, I do think I don't know. We'll see how I feel about this playthrough in the future, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. But again, I'm very happy with what I was able to show off as well. Did actually show off both routes too, which again I wasn't expecting myself to do, especially when I was single playing this up. But I managed to do it, so that's awesome. So so that's obviously very nice to see, and of course, can't thank enough of the kind words that I've heard about this playthrough too. Like, yeah, hearing about some of the moments that I was able to, see in the comments, that was obviously great to see as well. So yeah. And of course, hearing people enjoy some of the strategies I was to put on display as well, that's also great to hear as well. So yeah. And it makes me proud as a content creator to hear stuff like that. But anyway, is that basically most of what I gotta say? I feel like it is. So maybe we should look towards the future now. So a part of me was thinking that yeah, I don't know if Persona 2 is actually gonna be the next playthrough. Because yeah, I felt like I wasn't ready yet basically. Because again, I still need to beat the final dungeon. And maybe do a few other things too. So again, we'll see. Because I may want to, maybe take a little easy after I do that playthrough as well. So yeah, there might be a decent amount of filler episodes. I don't know if there's going to be another playthrough before then. I don't think there has to be. So maybe I'll just do a few more filler episodes. I guess we'll see. Like again, I wouldn't mind doing more Let's Look Up videos. Just so yeah, I'm fully prepared for it. Because again, I do want to put on a good show with Persona 2, obviously. Especially with, Eternal Punishment to think about along the lines as well. So yeah. But yeah, that'll be a fun flavor to talk about. Other than that, I'm not so sure. Of course, with Fire Emblem, what comes next is most likely what I need to do is I need to test Tellius. Because what have we got on our belt? Again, FE1 probably don't need to do because I did Shadow Dragon. Gaiden, I could do Echoes, that's something to consider as well. I did Mystery of the Emblem, so FE3 we don't need to do. I did FE4, and now I've done FE5, Thracia. I did FE6, that was my very first playthrough, FE7, FE8, Tellius would be next, FE9 and 10, and like I said, anything about those. Of course, it'll be something I'm very interested in doing because Rain Dawn is my favorite game in the series. Then after that is Shadow Dragon and Mystery, which I've done. Awakening, again, it wasn't running so great. Very laggy and stuff, so I either need to figure something out there, or yeah, maybe wait until a later point. At least there was actually the last unit, which is interesting, but anyway. So I managed to actually get through all that, so that's cool. But yeah, I did all the feats. Again, not the best quality, but hey, I managed to do it, so yeah. And again, Echoes, I'll think about maybe a later point as well. 3 houses and engage, I would need a capture card, so yeah. If I want to do those as well. But anyway. So other games after that, of course, Pokemon. I really like Black and White. I really love the feedback of Black and White, so of course Black and White 2 is something I better think about. And of course, another thing too I want to think about is maybe Colosseum XD as well. Again, depends on how people are feeling about that. And of course, another thing I was actually, thinking about is, maybe it's time to actually start thinking about the racing games as well. Again, maybe as like, if I want to, take a break and fully prepare myself for my next playthrough, that could be something to think about too. Not a terrible idea. And of course, with the channel the way it is now, maybe it is worth, taking a risk and seeing how it pays off. So yeah. But anyway. So one last thing I want to show is my very first playthrough, because I'm pretty sure I actually have it around. So let's see if I can load it up. So yeah, apparently I left it off with this really dark looking background apparently. So yeah. Also, this is the older translation patch, the first one. That was actually good. So yeah. So Leif, he looks basically the same. So there's that. Nazbel, pretty much the same as well, although this one's actually bulkier on the defense. That's interesting. Oh, I did give him Sword this playthrough. That was something I was thinking about maybe doing, so yeah. And Lara, that's a lot of HP for Lara, not gonna lie. So yeah. I didn't even think to give him the Paragon Sword, that's interesting. The Nolan, yeah, that's nice to be accepted, although the defense is actually really low to be honest, so yeah. But yeah, they give advantage obviously. And the Nolan. Yeah, that's that's a very simple unknown, I guess you could say. Using all the stars. Then you got Salem. They even got magic in this playthrough. Maybe you will once I finish this set. This is Endgame, obviously. Lepus, yeah, he just took. Oh yeah, this Lepus is actually really strong. Oh yeah, he has 20 con. Right. I did do the arena abuse, not arena abuse, the thief abuse with him, so I could get all the items stealing, obviously. And Tina, you give her an S strength. Yeah, she's pretty simple, obviously. Hearing it starts too. Oh yeah, this I did do this. This is definitely a arena abuse body. And I actually didn't give it a cost. Alright. I thought I did because the bulk definitely seems very good with cost. So yeah. Yeah. I did do this. That's a back shot. And then I got Savvy's called Sophia here, which is interesting. Yeah, she's pretty simple. Homer, yeah, I did use Homer. With the Nosferatu. Then Marina, obviously had to train Marina up because she's a very cool unit. And yeah, I did go a Paragon obviously like I did in this playthrough. Karen. Yeah, that's a pretty good Karen, alright. They give a Wrath like I did in my practice. Sarah, who's actually called Sarah here with the H. Didn't actually make up that bulk in this playthrough. Probably get the scroll star people. Then Amalda, yeah, they give it the tiny magic with the seat staff, that's really cool. Said, well, he's said alright. Pretty similar said, obviously. Nana, not that good actually. I guess, yeah, she was just doing all the healing and not actually being given the good stars, so yeah. And sure if I did actually promote, so that's cool. Again, the last monster seal I got, it's not bad to give it to him, so yeah. And Pern didn't manage to arena abuse him, or thief abuse him. Shiva, she is pretty cool when he's trained. Like in this playthrough, he's very strong. And Xavier, I tried with the launch strength, but unfortunately, yeah, not gonna happen. March is really cool though when you get her. When you give her access, I never bothered this playthrough, so yeah. And Dean, yeah, he's Dean. Brighton, oh yeah, I did use Brighton my first playthrough. He's pretty fun actually. With the Wrath and stuff, like once you go indoors, though, you don't really need them, so yeah. Then yeah, I did promote Finn. Which yeah, again, I can't regret not doing. I gave him the hill too to deal with the Trocos that had that. Then I got Fergus. I'm pretty sure he did just promote. He promoted once I was done with Munster, or Munster, I guess you could say, so yeah. And yeah, I did use Robert. I did give him a cost, alright, so I was thinking similar with, I was thinking similar in regards to, Ronan, I guess. But yeah, I remember that year, I took him to the first arena, he was able to, and he won every battle, which is really cool. Then Edda, I didn't promote her actually, so that's funny. Ralph, yeah, he was helpful with the sleep salts, I think. I don't even know if I knew that at the time. Yeah, this seems to called the Booge, actually. Or the Vooge nowadays, so yeah. And yeah, Sylvina, yeah, she's carrying some blows. I'm pretty sure these are all units. I mean, yeah, I did train up some of these units, but yeah, I didn't actually, go all out with using them. So yeah, and yeah, some of them now carry my items too. So yeah, and yeah, Ronan, surprisingly enough, never used them in my first playthrough. I did get him to level 20 though. So with Dawson, although yeah, Dawson's actually decently strong. And Tanya, carry my strengths. Kane, Alva, never bothered them in this playthrough. Alfred, yeah, he's carrying all the Broken Stars. Trude, never trained him in this playthrough actually. Misha, yep. Dermot, yep. Glade, yep. Carry my Wind Tones. Galzus, yeah, you better use him when you get him. And finally, Evil, then bothered her in this playthrough. So yeah, that was an interesting look. That yeah, this body, yeah, that was the main reason I wanted to show this because yeah, he's kind of stupid. So yeah, but yeah, things haven't changed too much since I last played this apparently. So yeah, and yeah, here's obviously the final map. Should be pretty similar. So yeah, obviously other than me having that dark background. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. A nice little trip down memory lane with yeah this. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, if I was to start this, not everything would be positioned where I need them to be, so that's funny, but yeah. The reason I, in my first playthrough, I completely humiliated this stuff. I kind of did it this playthrough too, to be honest, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think that's really all we have to say. So yeah, we're finally done with Thracia now. So yeah, next up, yeah, more Let's Look At videos, I think. Also maybe some other videos too, to be honest. That's what I'm thinking too as well. Then yeah, I can focus on finishing my Persona 2 playthrough. And also, yeah, just getting relaxed and ready for that playthrough because, yeah, I do want to make it the next playthrough. I want to try my hardest to make it the next playthrough, but if I'm unable to, then, yeah, I've got workarounds, so, yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, yeah, look forward to what I have in store next, and, yeah, they're going to be saying goodbye to Tutorial, at least for the time being. Who knows? Maybe, MB4 will get that remake finally, so yeah. And then, yeah, I better talk about that again. So, yeah. Yeah, that'll be it. So, next time, yeah, like I said, we're going to, yeah, like I said, do whatever I feel like I want to do. So, yeah, like I said, look forward to everything I have in store coming up. And, yeah, I'll see you guys again for that.